because I know that I'm gonna have to carry this podcast for
No, you're not, dude. Come on.
because Vasily took a bottle of Don Julio to the face last night.
Yeah, the big ones to the dome. Not actually to the dome.
$60 for a bottle, right?
Yeah, they're about $160. 163 or something. Which I see why they are worth that, though. I really do. I mean, I just don't know. Like when you're making drinks, dude, like that late at night, like 2 a.m, like you're not really portioning it. You know what I mean? It's like we talked about, like the like 8 seconds, and then it's like drip.
Of Coke.
Splash of Coke.
Is it 1 or 2 seconds as a shot?
1, 2. Yeah, I think it's 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Yeah, you're right. Actually, that's a good way to remember. It's 2. But it's quality stuff. That's the thing. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I could never drink because that crappy stuff doesn't work out for me.
Yeah, Vasily doesn't like it. It doesn't like vodka.
No.
He drank tequila, which I hate tequila. Tequila sucks.
It's so smooth. I could drink.
Unless you have it with Diet Coke. Just kidding. I don't fuck with tequila. Vodka is good, and also I like
the gin. No.
I hate gin. I like rum.
What?
I like rum. Dude, I'm like a pirate. I'm like a pirate.
You're just like a cheap man, dude. You're just a cheap little gremlin.
No, dude, rum is good.
Dude, rum is garbage, dude. You definitely like the Bacardi. Bacardi, dude.
Good. Tito's good.
Gross, dude.
And some rum.
No, dude.
That's good. I have class. No, actually, you have a little more class. But
you pull up to billionaire's house.
You consciously think about it. I actually drink what I enjoy. You think about what's classy. I'm going to have that.
Well, yeah. But usually it makes it taste good, though, just because I know it's classy. Dude, that bottle, I didn't keep the box. I wish I kept the box. But, dude, like...
You know what sucks? Crown Royal.
Dude, that's like an old farts drink. Old men drink Crown Royal. It's disgusting.
It's disgusting.
Have you drank it before? You actually had it?
I bought it, and it was like super expensive, and I was like, dude, what even is this? It's garbage.
Is it a scotch? It's a whiskey.
It's clear. I don't know. I
think clear.
It might be a tequila.
Yeah. I think it's darker.
No, it's clear. You can get flavor, like apple flavor.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I hate it.
Dude, so what do you want to talk about? So we got a couple things going on.
So this is what I wanted to start with is this is a major, like if we're talking about like major epidemics, what I'm about to tell you guys right now is the biggest epidemic right now on planet Earth. And it's the 4 stages of competence. I just looked this up because I've heard of this before, and I've noticed this more and more as time goes on. And I'm going to tell you my honest thoughts about it. But the first one, because I knew I was thinking, because I've been dealing with a lot of people, whether it be in business, both genders, whether it be in personal relationships, both genders. And
what about the third? What about the other ones?
Which ones?
Nothing, never mind.
That's personal relationships.
No. I was just saying both genders, and I was like, what about the other ones?
What, transgenders? Are you talking
about? No, you got
I don't deal with
many of them.
I've never had to deal with that.
You've never there's a term for the people that think they're animals.
Dude, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. You've
never heard
Don
this?
Julio fucked up your head. Anyways, this epidemic is okay. Let me just dive into it. The first one is unconscious incompetence. This is just straight ignorance. Have you ever met somebody who it's almost like you're talking to a brick wall. There's no idea as to any reality that you may have that they can relate to.
It's a
And
one-way flow. So it's like a one-way flow. It's like a
it's the
wall. So I'm
most,
picturing a wall.
like you can't even talk to them. You can't talk to them. It's like talking to somebody who is a homeless, psychotic on the street. They're talking to themselves and you're trying to talk to them. It's like you aren't even in the same realm.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't have to be homeless. They don't have to be on drugs. This happens all the time. I deal with people who they don't even know how dumb they are. They don't even know how dumb they are, and I can't be around them. It's so detrimental.
It's a level of awareness, because the thing is, like, no one's saying you're not even saying you're a genius. I wouldn't be saying I'm a genius, but it's more of aware level of like, I know there's someone smarter. Like you could have the guy in like a Stop and Shop, or like, yeah, the guy in the Stop and Shop who was a complete just ignorant, completely ignorant guy. And he meets Elon Musk and he tries to talk to him about, I don't know, something so stupid.
Yeah.
Something so dumb. So it's an awareness level, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like it's similar to, or what popped in my head immediately is when people go up to somebody that may be like Elon Musk or somebody who's successful and say, "How do I become successful?"
Yeah, like, yeah, this is the worst.
Are you stupid? Are you dumb? Like this guy.
Not one thing.
Yeah, you really think that Elon's just gonna come up with something? And I think that's where this is as well. That would fall into this category. You don't realize how stupid of a question that is.
Yeah, because it's like, if you think about it, like, okay, you ask Gary, how do I make money, whatever. Have you been on TikTok? YouTube? You know what I'm saying?
It'll like patience.
Yeah. And those things,
content?
Like, yeah, those things are great, but you could just do a shit ton of content and never make any money. So it has nothing, that's not what it is.
Yeah,
it has nothing to do with that.
There's so much of this unconscious incompetence. It's just ignorance to the fact that, man, it's so frustrating, and I don't know how
this is the Matrix, dude. It's if you've seen the Matrix, someone reminded me, who was I talking to?
You know what another one that I've noticed is when people, okay, let's say you are applying for a job, right?
Yeah.
And I'm the employer, you're the employee, and you get on the call 10 minutes late, and I'm just like, hey, you're late. Hey, you're late. And then you're just like, yeah, well, I'm sorry, like my sister was in the shower. And I'm like, okay, well, you're late and you can't have the job. And that person is just so confused.
They're angry at you for it.
Yeah, they're angry at you for it. They're so confused as to why you can do this to them. How can you even do this to me? My sister was in the shower. My sister was in the shower. It's like, dude,
so much entitlement.
You're so like confused. You don't even know that that's a necessity. You can't be showing up late and then still expect someone to respect you.
Dude, just that whole circumstance like triggers me a little bit. Like picturing that happening to me, wasting my time, dude. Even if clients, I think that's clients are. If clients are even 5 or 10 minutes late to an appointment.
No, yeah, it happens to me too. When you go to an appointment, you drive an hour. The client's not even there. You call them, they blocked your number. They blocked your number. They don't even know. They aren't even competent, or no, they aren't so even conscious enough to know that how incompetent they're acting. You couldn't have just canceled even midway through my drive. I would have been happier than I am now. You really screwed me.
Sorry, all it says sorry. We have to reschedule. Like, not like, oh.
Sometimes I've just gotten blocked. So the next one is conscious incompetence. So that's you're aware how incompetent you are. So this is the type of person who they show up late. every day, and they're
Uh-huh.
like, I'm sorry, like this isn't the person who gets mad at you when, you show up late, because that was the first scenario. You would get mad at the employer and be like, what do you mean? Like, my sister was in the shower. The second person is like, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm going to be better. And then the next day, same thing.
They do the same thing.
They're
This is
aware
almost
that they're
worse.
incompetent. They're aware that they're
Yeah.
incompetent, but they don't change anything.
I don't know if that's worse. I don't know if that's worse.
I don't think it's. I actually that might be worse, because that
Because
is actually no. I don't
so
think that's
annoying.
worse. At least they're aware. It is like a degree higher. The first one
Yeah.
need to be just thrown off a cliff. The first one, the people who are unconscious and incompetent are the people who get behind a wheel when they're drunk, and they drive. They hit somebody, and then they're like,
And then they say,
I was drunk. Like, what the heck? What's even wrong with that? You killed
dude,
somebody.
I
It's
I
like
had
you
someone.
literally killed a family. Yeah, well, what the heck? It's not my
You
fault.
shouldn't. Why did he pick my car? Why did he pick, or like why did like dude? I had a conversation with someone yesterday who said he got a DUI.
Did
I'm
you?
not going to get into the. Yeah, I had a conversation with someone who got one, and the person, the view, it was a female, and you would have never suspected it for some reason. I don't know. Maybe I just was making my own generalization. I think I was looking at her like, there's no way, right, that this person would have that or have done that, and she told me why, and she told me in her viewpoint of why she got it or like how the circumstance went down. I'm like, dude, you were such a liar. Like you were
Oh,
just
so she
lying to
lied.
yourself. Basically, no. She does have one, but the reason why she thinks there's reasons why she why she was picked to have gotten caught.
Oh my gosh!
You know what I'm saying
No
by that?
accountability for her actions.
No accountability. And this was the person. Yeah, dude, this was like I just didn't argue with it because I was like, this person's their feelings can get so hurt if I
Like,
just say
dude,
that is the stupidest thing I've
that's
ever heard.
completely your fault. Oh
All
my
your
god,
fault.
this is literally like the people who say like, oh my gosh, like this
Dude, you've
garbage.
definitely heard
Absolute
someone like that. You've definitely dealt with someone who said that. They're like, oh,
yeah.
they were looking for me or they were trying to pin it on me.
All the time.
Something.
All the time. All the time. And it's the same people who are like, they want to take responsibility when good things come their way, but not when bad things come their way. That's
Correct.
the type of people. It's the people who will be like, I attracted this. And then when something bad happens to them, they don't want to take responsibility.
No.
It's like, dude,
they were after me. They were after me.
Your logic is flawed. It's so flawed. You see, they won't give you a straight answer when you ask them, "Hey, why did you get a DOI then? If you're attracting all good things and this is all like, all planned, and everything that you think about is going to come to fruition, right? Then why did you get a DUI? Did you think about a DUI beforehand? Did you think about a DUI beforehand? And trust me, I mean, I've been brainwashed by this stuff before.
It's hard to get out, dude. It's really deep mud.
It's
Very
the
deep
deepest mud you could be in. It's the absolute most biggest
So
garbage
deep,
lie
man.
you could ever be in. It will make you broke, unhappy, in a bad relationship, and fat. Okay?
It will do those things.
Because
It will do all those things.
you'll say, I don't know why I'm fat. It's like, I'm attracting this. No, you attracted 3 Twinkies today, you fat fuck. You attracted 3 Twinkies to your fucking mouth. You stuffed them in your mouth, and then you had ice cream after that. You think you fucking attracted that? No, you saw a Twinkie, and you were like, that would taste very good in my mouth.
No, it was just like, I'm just picturing like how it's viewed as is like they see the Twinkie, right? Mm-hmm. This is them. So this is the Twinkie, this is them. The Twinkie just somehow showed up.
But everything bad, like the car crash, the abusive boyfriend that you got with, or the you became broke, you became really overweight, you lost your job. All of that is just part of the plan.
Yeah, dude, this stuff
All
is
of this is
it's
part of the plan,
unbelievable.
and all the good things you attracted. Dude, you are so flawed, and I'm so sorry that you have been you've unfortunately bought into this garbage. So the next one is conscious competence. So that's like you're learning how to be more competent. And I don't think most people get to this stage, but one thing for me is you learn about a lot about yourself because you're unraveling those bad habits and replacing them. At the time, there's a crossroads that happen when you're consciously incompetent. You know you're doing the wrong things on a daily basis, and then you have to switch over your habits. And during that period of time, it's the most painful. You don't have results. You are just in the worst place, and you have to create new habits when you don't have the life that you want, that these new habits will get you. So you're getting no results, but you're having to do all the hard work.
Yeah, this is worse. This is what I would call purgatory.
What's that?
Purgatory? You know what purgatory is?
No.
By definition, let me give you an example. Purgatory. This is okay. This is really good. Okay, so this is in Roman Catholic doctrine, a place or state of suffering inhabited by the souls of sinners who are expiating their sins before going to heaven. So
expediting?
No, it's not expediting. It's expiating. So it's the state before going to heaven. So they're ridding themselves of their sins.
Okay.
Before going to heaven. So when you're getting no results, you're getting rid of those bad habits. You're getting rid of those sins before you go to heaven. So it would be like you're getting rid of those bad habits before you can actually start getting some sort of traction, I guess. You see what I'm saying by that?
Yeah, that's actually really cool. Oh, what the? Sorry. So yeah, so I mean, this is like the worst. I mean, this is where people mostly give up, you know?
Yeah.
This is where most people just literally give up. They won't get, I mean, this is because, I mean, first of all, they don't get past the first one because in order to go from ignorance to awareness, that takes a lot of confront. To realize that you're screwing up every day, that's from number one to number two, it takes confront. So that's difficult. That's just a big blow that you're going to have to deal with. And then to go from awareness to actually learning what is going to take for you to get to the next level and doing that is just, that sucks too. I mean, that's very difficult because now you're literally going in the right direction. So you can hope for the future, but you don't have the results of the work that you're putting in. So for example, when
you can't justify why you're doing it.
What was that?
You can't justify why you're doing it at the time.
Exactly. So I was making calls like over 100 to 200 calls a day when I was living at Alistair Place. Dirt broke, just no money and no results. I had listings. I had a couple listings and I was working to get more because these weren't selling. And it was a time where I was like, wow, this really is tough. Actually, I don't think I even had any listings at this time.
Dude, that's a scary time, dude. It's scary, man.
I think this was June of
2021.
Was it 2021?
Yeah.
Yes, 2021. It must have been anywhere from March to June in this time period. March. It was somewhere in between then. And I was struggling so hard. So hard. Like it was so bad that I was putting in the work and getting zero results. So And then, but you're building the habits in this time frame. So now the fourth one is unconscious competence, which I would say this is good and it's bad. The reason being is it's good because now you have these habits on automatic. So for example, today I made 100 calls. Yesterday I made 100 calls. Today I went to the gym. I practiced boxing. I listened to an audiobook. I did laundry. I made my bed. I did all these things unconsciously. But that's because they're habits that are unconscious at this point because they're so ingrained into me. And this is what got me where I am now. And now I have those habits that they're unconscious. I'm not thinking, I'm not working on a daily basis. I'm just doing things unconsciously. Now this can get dangerous because similar to when you hear about somebody who, let's say, for example, I hear the same things with anything that could be dangerous, right? Like maybe driving a car or maybe having a gun or driving a motorcycle. Anything that you get too used to, you get lazy with. So for example, let's say you're unconsciously making phone calls or you're doing, you're driving and you're on your phone, or you're unconsciously driving and you're looking out the window, or you're driving your motorcycle and you're looking over there and you're competent, but you're unconscious. So you're not presently there to be able to react quick enough. You're unconscious.
Yeah, this is where you start making mistakes. You start making mistakes, or you're actually going to get no results. This could be the no results part too.
That's why it's dangerous, because then you start thinking, what's going on? I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to be, but I'm not getting any results.
We touched a little bit about this last time, where it's like I think we use a relationship, for example, where in a relationship, like you can be doing all the same things, I think is what it was, but for some reason you're not getting the same results as if you were just 100% by yourself. Because there's attention units that are going in so many different directions, even if you're doing the same thing every day and there's no difference. But because your attention is not focused on one task at a time, you cannot get those results. You need to be fully present. Present.
And this is why I was at the place getting my gun or training yesterday.
Oh, did you pick it up yet?
No, Tuesday I get it. But I was doing the training yesterday, and she said there's only two people who shoot themselves in the foot. There's two people who shoot themselves in the foot. It's the people that are not trained and don't come to this class, and then it's veterans who think that I already know. I'm good. I'm so comfortable. So it's never the guy in between. What was that?
Did she say it happens a lot?
Yeah. She said people will shoot themselves in their foot. They will, there is actually a lot of accounts of people shooting themselves on accident. But the same thing with motorcycle accidents, a lot of them, from what I hear, it's the people who are not trained, or it's the people who've had a motorcycle forever and then they get in an accident. And I think in my theory, it's because you think you're so comfortable, you get lazy, you get unconscious competent, you think you're a master, but you're not humble enough to know that you can always learn, you can always pick up new things. And that's why I would never get on a bike before unless I'm fully aware. And I have had instances where I get in my head while I'm riding the bike and immediately I'm like, dude, this is not the time to be thinking. This is the time to be present on the bike. And same thing when I'm making phone calls. I'll be calling somebody I'm talking to. I'm unconscious. I'm talking to them though. I'm reading the script or whatever. And I realize, okay, have a nice day. I could have asked them another question. I could have gone them.
I do all the time. Yeah, I'm a victim of that. I have fall victim to that many times.
Mm-hmm. The last thing that I wanted to mention is the idea of, two things. Number one is that less is more in a lot of cases. And what I mean by that is the person who is rich does not have to tell people they are rich. The person who can fight does not have to tell people that he can fight. The person who is very competent at his job, or better yet, the person who is very honest does not have to tell everyone in the world that he's an honest person. The person that's always like I'm so ethical, blah, blah, blah. It's like, you're probably not as ethical as you're saying you are.
No, it's a red flag.
Yeah.
It's a red flag.
So less is more in that sense, I think. And I think in modern day, because there's so much marketing, just like this, it
Oh
makes
yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
it makes you think that people who have all this marketing for, oh, I got money, I got all this crap, it's like they're the people with the most money. But then you realize there's old timers that have been working at the post office and investing in properties for the last 30 years have more money than 95% of these people that are just in their 20s, or that are just flexing, right? The guy who's worked at the post office, the guy, I think that was from the Millionaire Next Door or whatever.
They have like a $2 million pension. Yeah, they have like a $2 million like yeah, dude, like.
And the final thing I wanted to say is that I mean, we were talking about this earlier, about this whole idea that you can just, you can attract this dream lifestyle. Listen, I am the biggest culprit to having been just saturated, immersed in this idea, And I can't tell you guys, there's not one thing, not one relationship, not one day that I went like at night drinking or anything like that was more detrimental than this one idea that I can attract everything in my life. I'm telling you right now, this led me down such a poor path, thinking that
just like a guess. It's just like it's so in the air. It is so in the air.
Yeah, it's not grounded in reality. That if you're not grounded in reality, you can't get the results that you want. You just can't, because results are real. There are real results, and the more that you believe into something that's not real, the more your life is going to look not real. You want a real life.
Correct.
You want a real life. You want people who don't know you or that see you online to be able to come to your house and you be the same exact way. You don't want them to come to your house and you realize, number one, okay, why does this dude, he's flexing, but his house sucks. He rents and he doesn't own, or that's kind of a weird one. But let's say just your life is fake, right? Your life is just absolutely fake. Like, you just want to be as real as possible. And the only way to do that is to have your thoughts, like, you have to be based in reality. You can't be.
You do.
You can't be having these or let's say, like, like we talked about the other day. When I see something online, I need to see a bank account before I make any actual choice.
Before I trust it, dude. That's
before
insane.
I trust it. I don't care what I see online, because you know what? Anyone can, not anyone, but you could get a supercar on making $100,000 to $200,000 a year.
You could
get a high end lease for the same thing. You could get anything that anyone's flexing on Instagram for much easier than people think they can. And for that reason, I don't get impressed.
Be skeptical.
You have to be skeptical. You do have to be skeptical.
I think that's why it's a born right.
So that's why I wrote down making money is my meditation, because I don't need to meditate. I used to meditate. And you know what I realized is that I only care about real things, and meditating. It may be real. It may be, it's totally cool if it's real to you, but I only care about making my life right now better. Whatever's going to happen to me after I die, whatever's going to happen, I just know at the very least, I'm supposed to be focused on my freaking life today. I'm not supposed to be worried about my life back then in my past lives, or my life, or what I'm going to do after this.
Not yet.
Right now, I'm supposed to be a G and make as much goddamn money as I can and live a great life right now and be a good person and support the people in my life and enjoy life now. I don't mean today, because I work today, but I mean this life.
In general, the actions you're taking, that's what it's going towards. It's
And if
not
you don't,
it's not this
if
food.
you're just meditating every fucking day and you're thinking about your past lives and what you're gonna do when you die and you're gonna go to visit this star and you're gonna go to the Death Star and whatever the hell you're gonna do, okay? That's why 10 years from now, we will be in different realms. You're gonna be in La La Land. I'm gonna be in freaking Trump Tower owning a condo in New York and then also in Scotland and then have my own private jet and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because one person's grounded in reality where you get real things. You have to, it's almost like if you want real things, you have to be a real person. You have to be a real person.
1 + 1 = 2. I mean, that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. Yeah.
So that's all I have.
Well, that's what we should do. We should end it there, dude. It's like 32 minutes, good 30-minute podcast. And we're going to have the shorts out fairly shortly. We'll have the designs back tomorrow, Christian. He's already working on them. And
really?
Yeah.
Dude, that's going to be sick.
So then we're going to get
make
some
sure
tips.
to like. Can you like the podcast?
I think you can like it. Maybe you can like it. You can subscribe to it. Just listen to it. And then drop comments if you guys want to. You can say how much, if we're nuts or something like that, or if you guys disagree, agree. Either or is fine.
Yeah. That's for sure.
Okay, dude. We'll wrap it up. I think it was episode 18 or 19. I'll confirm. No, I'll get this posted. We can have it on tomorrow.
That'd be sick. Okay, dude.
Okay, bro. That was good, dude. That was good. You came prepared. That's good. 30 minutes of good stuff.
Okay, dude. Talk to you later.
Okay, peace.
Peace.